Today's number is $75 billion. Since the Small Business Administration opened, more than 362,000 businesses applied, amounting to $75 billion in requests. That's according to the New York Times. But demand more than outstrips supply as restaurants attempt to reopen. They're facing months of debt, rising food prices, staffing shortages.
And here now for our small business spotlight is Janie Deegan. She is the owner of Janie's Life-Changing Baked Goods. Janie, thank you so much for being here.
Talk about where you're at right now in the recovery. I understand early on in the pandemic, you saw quite a big boost. How has that been going since then?
Yeah, it's been crazy. I had never pursued e-commerce before. I make a product called pie crust cookies, and we had really sold mostly direct to consumer. And when the pandemic hit, I was looked at, shutting down. I had 2 employees. I thought I would have to furlough them, and I had customers reaching out, left and right, messaging me, emailing me, just asking how they could help literally keep our ovens on. And it really helped us pivot to e-commerce, which is something that I had never, ever thought of. We were able in the first couple of months to increase our e-commerce 11,000%, which is such a huge number. And it stayed really high. And moving forward, it's really simplified our business.
What are maybe some of the things you learned as you were making that transition that other small businesses can learn from?
One of the interesting things about all the government COVID relief is that it is really geared towards businesses that sort of have a consistent revenue stream for the past 10 years. It's not geared at all towards small businesses where our revenue is doubling or tripling every year, regardless of COVID. And so it's been really hard to get A, those funds, but B, as a new business, we don't have the purchasing power that larger businesses have. And it's just sort of a constant battle of how are we going to literally find the flour and sugar that we need today and the staff to actually put the cookies together. Just a lesson in perseverance and not giving up and just sort of tomorrow is going to be better.
Hey, thanks for watching Bloomberg Quicktake Now. Subscribe to our channel to see the biggest stories the moment they happen from around the world. And tune in to our 24/7 live stream for global news coverage, documentaries, interviews, deep dives, and shows on the stories that you care most about.